Hello beautiful people, welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you're new here, you're welcome. My name is Sharon. So today we're going to do something very glam. It's been a minute, like it's been a very difficult month for me guys, but anyways, before we go straight to the video, please subscribe, share your thoughts on the comment section down below. I'll be reading all of them kama kawaida, and if you like this video, give it a big thumbs up. With no further ado, let us go straight into the video. Okay guys, so we're going to start off with the eyebrows as always, and I am using Davies number 3 eye pencil to line. I think I have said this a couple of times, but I'm going to repeat it anyways. When it comes to lining your brows, kindly follow the exact shape of your eyebrows and avoid overlining. You don't want a very thick eyebrow. And then for lining, please use very little force. If you use a lot of force, that line is going to appear way darker than it should. And then next I'm going to use Becca primer. You can as well use the soap technique for this. If you're going to use a primer instead, make sure it is a very mattifying primer as Becca. So I'm just going to use the Becca to brush in through my eyebrows so they appear more visible. And then after the primer has dried out is when I fill in. And I'm only going to fill in the areas where I feel like there is space, because I want my eyebrows to appear as natural as possible. And then next, to clean my eyebrows, I'm using Illegal Pro Concealer in the shade Fawn. And please use a very angled brush for this. Don't use a fluffy brush to clean your eyebrows. It is going to mess up the shape if you're not very careful. Especially if you're a beginner, use a very angled brush. And then drag it down as you line, so it's easier for you to blend in after you're done. And then next, for the upper side of the brows, I normally use foundation. I would recommend you use foundation actually, so it's easier for you to blend when you're blending in foundation for the face. And then before I apply eyeshadow, I normally set my eyelids using the very same concealer I used to line, which is Illegal Pro Concealer in the shade Fawn. Okay, so for eyeshadow today, I'm going to introduce you to a very new palette in the market. This is the Royalty palette by Reina Beauty. Reina Beauty is a local brand, and the pigmentation on this palette is amazing. It is amazing. That one I can guarantee you. So if you have not yet purchased this eyeshadow palette, kindly do so. You can follow them on Instagram at Reina Beauty. I'm going to leave the link on the description box down below. So the first shade I'm going for is this, is it emerald green? A very dark emerald. I don't know colors that well, so I'm going for this shade first. I'm going to apply that around my outer corner, starting from my outer corner going towards the inner corner. And for application, tap it in, don't drag your brush. It's going to leave creases when you drag your brush, so just tap it in from the outer corner going towards the inner corner. And as you can see, the pigmentation on that eyeshadow is just amazing. You can see on my eyes, right? So the second transitioning shade we're going for is this orange, and I'm going to use that to blend in the first transitioning shade. For this, kindly use very little force and use circular motions to blend, so it blends in very well. If you use a lot of force, it's not going to blend in as good as when you use little force. And make sure the brush you're using is a fluffy small brush. And just look at how smooth that blend is. This eyeshadow palette is amazing, guys. You can go try it out. And then let me know what you think if you try it out. So next I'm going to introduce you to a creamy eyeshadow, because I don't think I've ever used a creamy eyeshadow for my YouTube. So I'm going to use this gold shimmery creamy eyeshadow from Revlon. It comes in that small packaging, but it is amazing. So don't worry, it does not stay creamy after you apply. After you apply, it dries out, or rather it mattifies after you have applied. So don't worry about it. You don't even have to draw a cut crease or anything. You can just use the creamy eyeshadow directly. And then it has a very metallic finish to it. Anything shimmery with a metallic finish is amazing. So I think especially for bridals, because you're going for waterproof makeup, this one, even if it rains, it is not going to move because it has dried out, it has mattified, so it won't move. And I am going for a halo look. I wanted to do just a cut crease, but then, you know, it's been long since I did a halo look. So after I apply the shimmery eyeshadow, the creamy shimmery eyeshadow, I'm going to blend the edges, both on my outer corner and my inner corner, to achieve that halo look. Okay, so the beauty about this eye look is you don't have to draw a wing eye after. Just draw one small line as close to your natural lash line as possible, and that is it. And then after, you can do just mascara, or you can do falsies, especially for people like me who don't have natural lashes like that. So Reina Beauty were kind enough to send me eyelashes as well, and that is what I'm going to apply. So moving on to the face, I'm going to start off with moisturizing, and I'm going to use the e.l.f. Illuminating Moisturizer. I know I have used this moisturizer for the longest, but this is the moisturizer that works best with my skin tone. It has that illuminating factor to it, and it has SPF, so that is an added advantage. You don't even have to buy sunscreen on the side. It works both ways. So next I'm going to prime my face, and I am using the Rimmel Stay Matte Primer. So I'm just going to massage that onto my skin and allow it to set first before I apply foundation on top. And kindly forgive me if my voice sounds a little bit off today. I've been ill for quite a while now. So just forgive me if it sounds off. I am so sorry if it does. And then after the primer, to apply foundation, I'm going to use a beauty blender. I'll make sure it is damp first, and then make sure you squeeze out the excess water first before you apply foundation. For foundation, I am using Maybelline Superstay Foundation in the shade Warm Coconut. And for application, tap it in. Tap, tap, tap until it blends. And don't use a lot of product. And as you blend going down your chin, make sure you blend in your neck. Don't forget to blend in your neck, please. So next, to highlight, I'm going to use the very same concealer I used to line my brows, which is LA Girl Pro Concealer in the shade Fawn. So when it comes to highlighting, use a concealer that is 2 shades lighter than your skin tone. And I'm going to start off by highlighting the areas around my under eye, and then blend it in first before I move on to the other areas. So blend as you go, especially for beginners. This is a technique that is going to work very well with you, because concealers dry out very, very quickly if you're not careful. So if you just apply all the other areas, and then when you're blending, say one area dries out before you're done even blending the other side, you're going to get creases. So for a smooth blend, blend as you go. Start with under eye, blend it in first, and then go to the bridge of your nose, blend it in first, and then move on to, say, forehead or any other areas you wish to highlight. So next, to set my makeup, I'm going to use the Sacha Buttercup setting powder. And for this, just dip your beauty blender onto the powder and then blow off the excess powder first before you apply it to your face. For application, press it in. Press it in until it all blends in. And then I think I've been getting a lot of questions on whether you can set your whole face. Yes, you can. You can choose to set the areas where you highlighted only, or you can choose to set your whole face with the setting powder. It is okay to set the whole face. There is nothing wrong with it. And if you're going to set your whole face, kindly remember the setting powder is a bit lighter than your skin tone, so make sure you contour after. Don't just set your whole face and leave, because your skin tone is going to appear way brighter than it is normally. So make sure you contour after you have set your whole face. And then next, to contour, I am going to use the MAC finishing powder in NW50. And then I'm going to contour the areas around my cheekbones, my forehead, and my nose. And kindly remember, contour is to slim down your face. So if you have a small forehead, avoid contouring that much. If you have a big forehead and you want it to appear smaller, you can contour more. I hope that makes sense. And when it comes to contouring your nose, start just below your eyebrows going down. Make sure you use a smaller brush for this and use very little product. The mistake that we normally do is using a lot of product. It's going to make, the contour appear way darker than it should. So avoid using contour shades that are way dark and too much product. So for my under eyes, I'm going to use a green just to match the first transitioning shade I used, but I did not want to use a very dark color for this. And then next, I am going to add some blush. I normally don't do blush, but for today, because I wanted glamour, I decided, why not? Let me just try this blush thing. I'm normally not a fan of blush, but yeah, here we go. And then after, I am going to set my whole face, and I'm going to use the Milani Make It Last setting spray. So for those who complain that when they use setting spray, the makeup comes off, it's either you're using the wrong product or you're putting the setting spray very close to your face. It shouldn't be very, very close to your face. Put it, say, how many centimeters away from your face. Don't put it way too close to your face. And then to highlight, I am using the Fenty Beauty Highlighter in Hustla Baby. And then next, for the lips, I'm going to start off with this. This is normally an eye pencil. It is from Davis, but the wider version of Davis eye pencils. But I normally use them to lip line because they have very good pigmentation to them. So if you cannot afford the normal expensive lip liners, you can go for these eye pencils. They're normally very, very pigmented, so you can use them really, and they only go for like 50 shillings, the Kenyan shillings. They're not expensive, so yeah, very affordable. And then next, after I have lip lined with the Davis eye pencil, I'm going to use both Milani in Amore and Golden Lip Cosmetics in Glam Girl. Yeah, so I'm going to start off with the Milani in Amore first, and then after, I am going to apply the Golden Lip Cosmetics. It's a very good combination. And that would be it for me today, guys. Let me know what you think about this whole look. It looks very, very glowy, very glamorous, not too much. I love how it it came out. So let me know what you think on the comment section down below. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you learned something. I'll be seeing you on my next video. Bye.